So you can see by this wonderful sunny day that we're not in our Irish garden, we're actually in France, and we've come to visit our main French seed supplier, Voltz, and we're actually in their open day here, and we're in the midst of their trial gardens where they trial their different seed varieties before they go and sale, and then before we can purchase them. So I'm really excited about this today because I'm on the hunt for new seed varieties for our seed shop. Now, what really floats my boat about so many of these seed varieties is that they're bred for the home grower. And of course, the home grower being you, what do you want? You want flavor, or you want more unusual varieties. So it's very exciting because a lot of seed companies are breeding for the commercial market, and that has very different criteria like shelf life or whatever. So this is where we want to be. Now, what I'm particularly on the lookout for are short season varieties, if I'm talking about tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers or melons or whatever. And what that means is that they ripen relatively quickly, so we can definitely get them nice and ripe in the relatively short summers that we have in the UK and Ireland. And here's two that particularly caught my eye. So this one is Black Moon, and you can see that we've got these really beautiful dark indigo fruits, and then when they ripen, then that indigo gives way to this lovely red. And what's exciting about them for me is usually those dark indigo fruits, the larger fruits, they are difficult to ripen and they don't have quite as much flavor as you'd kind of want, whereas these ones taste fantastic. And if you pop over here, we can see that we have another variety. This one here is dark cherry, I think it was, black cherry, sorry. So it's black cherry, and you can see that the color of the fruit, if we have a peep down here in my hand, we can see that that's the color of the black cherry fruit. It's more of a kind of a dusky burgundy type of color. But the beauty of this trial area, and this is an absolute cracker, is we're allowed to taste them and we can see what they're like. And they've even set up these tasting stations where they leave you a knife and a little chopping board. So let's have a look at this black cherry. And we can see really juicy. Look at that. Look at that. Great flavor. Big difference is that a lot of those dark indigo varieties of the larger ones don't have that kind of acid. It gives you that good tomato balance of flavor, whereas these really do. Oh, look at that. And that's our Black Moon. Beautiful looking tomato there. Let's give it a go. Very different flavor. It's not quite as sharp as the cherry there, but it has a lovely round kind of almost Moorish taste. So I think those two are definitely going to be arriving in our seed catalogue this year. But let's go and see a few more. If we just have a look at the plants though, I should point out that we are in the middle of September now. So these are outdoor tomatoes, obviously, so they're not going to be looking at their best because they're right at the end of the season. And then also the flavor of them at this stage isn't going to be as good as they would be in summer. So if those black guys there tasted as good as they do now, they're going to be even better in the summer. Now, this variety here has been highly recommended by Voltz. It's Agro, and we can see that it is a plum type, but it's a nice size. They're a narrow fruit and relatively small fruit that are there as well. And the advantage there, again, is that short season, is that we definitely will get these to ripen in Ireland. Now, you need to be growing them under cover in a polytunnel or greenhouse, but really good. We did taste these as well, and a really good, all-round, well-flavored cooking plum tomato. What I was also really interested to learn today was that a lot of the varieties that Voltz are working on are blight-resistant tomatoes. And of course, that's really important with an outdoor tomato. It's the same disease as potato blight and really common in Ireland and the UK. And what Voltz are doing is they're working with a lot of Indian seed breeders because apparently blight is a major problem there with damp summers. So a lot of the varieties, new ones we're going to be stocking, are going to be not only blight-resistant, but we can pretty much guarantee you won't get blight. And that's massively important. So really exciting. Of course, it isn't just about tomatoes, and the other one I'm really interested in today is peppers. And this variety here is Coronor F1, and you can see that we've got these beautiful, relatively small, bright orange peppers. And what's good, again, we're talking short season, is that the smaller fruit ripens quicker. And flavor-wise, it's a sweet pepper, but it still has that lovely bite to it that a green pepper would have. Really excellent. I really like that. So there's Cara Noir, which is the orange one, and there's also Cara Red. You may well be seeing them on our site soon. So chatting to the breeders here today, they're all recommending that as much as possible that I try and stick to these tapered pepper varieties. This one is Hyper F1, really nice looking. And the reason for that is your sort of bigger bell peppers, your sweet bell peppers, just do take that extra bit longer to ripen. And the amount of flavor, the amount of variety in the taper peppers, being able to see them growing here in the field has just absolutely inspired me to find some new varieties for you. I thought this was pretty cool how they laid out the chili peppers here, and they've arranged them in order of heat. So we're going to from hottest to the more cooler chilies down the other end. So this one I just thought was so cool. If we look under here, this one is button red, and just look at those beautiful little dainty pointed fruits. Now, button red is really low on the Scoville scale, is what the heat chili scale is called. So only about 500, so hardly any heat to it. But just that tiny little bit, but beautiful, absolutely beautiful flavor. I can see just how versatile these are going to be in the kitchen, and just look at the yield you're going to get from this little plant. Now, if you're completely bonkers, you can go down the other end of the scale, and this is 350,000 Scoville units, so really hot. And this is our habanero red. Again, lovely glossy fruits and a hell of a crop from this bush. Now, I'm not going to taste one now, I'll be able to finish the video, so let's pop over to the next part of the garden. Now, you may remember us trying to grow the mini watermelon, and I wasn't quite sure what size it should be when it's ripe. Well, here's one. The plants are dying back now because it's the end of the season, but look, this is the type of size of fruit that we're looking for. I didn't realize that. I think I picked mine when they're about this size. So I don't know whether it's going to be possible to ripen these in Ireland, but wow, it's lovely to see them growing here. Now, I thought this area was pretty good. They basically have set out a kind of a mini patio just to show smaller, more compact varieties. And we will leave peppers now, but just thought I'd show you this. This one is Demon Red, and you can see a really compact, nice little bush plant just covered in little chili fruits. And then there's another one that caught my eye, which is Tangerine Dream. And that is a sweet pepper, and it's loads of small orange fruits. Again, compact bush, but a really nice yield. So good chance that's going to be making an appearance for us next year. And then it's not just about your glamorous plants, obviously, plain old parsley, but not plain old, because look at those beautiful, big, glossy, flat leaves. This variety here is Lion, and what a grower. Flavor is really great, really unusual. I haven't seen anybody else supplying this, so I like it. Now, I couldn't visit a garden as diverse as this without showing you some curiosities. So have a look down here, Siobhan. So this is marked as fromage végétal, vegetable cheese, which I thought sounded rather unbelievable. But these relatively innocuous looking leaves, the flavor of them, and I'm not exaggerating, they taste just like French camembert. Now, I bet you've never seen cabbages looking as good as this. So this one here is Buscaro F1, and we actually supply this one already. But she also has some sisters over here. So this one is Red Heart. And just look at that, absolute cabbage perfection. And what about these Savoys? This one is Melandina F1. Lovely heads as well. And then I really like this. This is Alaska F1, and it's a kind of a tighter Savoy, but really beautiful. Look at the veins there on those leaves. Loving this. So we've obviously got our lettuce trial garden here. Some of these we supply already, but I really like this one. So this is a beautiful frilly Batavia type. Frantic is the name of the variety. And they're really dense, heavy heads, lovely crunchy leaves, excellent flavor. Loving this one as well. So this trial garden is literally bursting with varieties, which obviously I don't have time to cover in this video today, but I have a load of research to do myself for the rest of the day to learn as much as possible about all these wonderful plants. So what I would say is, as always, thank you so much for watching. And if I could advise you to go to our website and sign up to our newsletter, because I send a weekly email with tips and tricks from my own garden. But specifically for this video, I will be giving you my report on the Voltz trial gardens and all my favorite varieties that I've found. So, as I said, Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video.